making this video to record something that happened to me today. This is what I would consider a touch of God's hand in my life. So it's raining out. I've been having high pain days. It's been a struggle. Today it just hit really bad. I was just really in bad shape this morning, and I'm just kind of struggling through to brush my teeth and stuff, and I really got a strong word, and it said, write the Our Father. We used to call the Our Father the Lord's Prayer, and I wrote it. So I wrote it all down. You saw some other stuff at the bottom, and after I wrote the whole thing down, it was just like, okay, now write the song. And so I started up here at about, 1:45, and it's 20 after 2. And I just recorded the vocal and just the basics of the song. But the fact is that, I've never done anything like this in my life, ever, like that. Well, maybe I did kind of a dark song. I guess, I've had touches of it, nothing to this extent, nothing to where I'm very curious how the song's going to turn out. I just listened to what I recorded. I know what's going on, but I'm just writing it, and I've never experienced anything like it in my life. But wow, it's like, I don't know. In my life, this is evidence of God's hand. It's God's hand in our life. Got a lot going on. A lot of people do, but wow, I think I'm gonna have to put this out there because, it's a real, to me, it's a touch of God's hand. So, okay, we'll see where this goes. This is a video pertaining to the making of the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer. Interesting, as Catholics always call it the Our Father. Wanda's Lutheran, they always called it the Lord's Prayer. Doesn't matter what you call it. Today's Tuesday, March 12th. I'm going in now. I've already completed a lot of work on the song itself. I have drums, grand piano, pipe organ, bass. I'm going to start laying down the keyboards and the acoustic guitar. What's interesting is that I started a new medication on Friday, and on Saturday, when I started this process, when everything got going and I felt like I was really firing on all cylinders, I instantly had a bad reaction. It felt very demonic because of the timing. I'm working on this very spiritual song to me, and all of a sudden, I'm unable to function. And I guess I'm blessed to know that I was functioning at a level that I became aware that I was unable to function. I was in the middle of trying to lay a track, and I'm working. That happened Saturday. I've come back up a little bit. I'm actually was pretty foggy. I'm surprised today's Tuesday. It feels still kind of like Monday. But coming up on 2 minutes. Here's my song. I'm not gonna turn it on. Don't do that. Gotta get to work. Wednesday, March 13th. Back in working on the Lord's Prayer music. Again, I've got challenges today. I don't think I've felt good any day that I'm doing this, and I really don't know what that's all about. Whether I don't know. I'm not trying to answer the whys. I'm just going along. Anyway, last night I had Wanda come in and sing to the track, just listen to the music I made and sing whatever came to her. And she made some sounds and some notes and stuff, and I took that track and I blended it with mine. And last night on the first round of listening to it, it sounded to me like I could hear a melody coming out. So I don't know. It's there is no plan on this. I have notes of what I wrote. Other than that, I've not. I'm not planning. I'm praying and creating, hopefully in God's will.
Today is July 19th, 2025. I wanted to put together a final video about the process that I went through to create the song called Our Lord's Prayer. This was the first time that I've had an experience like this that went full circle, went all the way to the end. I was struggling during some of the production of it as I was putting together different parts that at first I felt I wanted into the song. I did pray over the song. I prayed for guidance, and I prayed that I would get out of the way of the process and allow God to work through me for this song. Um, I know to some people this all may sound ridiculous, and that's fine. It is my experience, and I'm just sharing it. The one of the things that was interesting is I hit a point where nothing was working right. I could not seem to get the timing right on the song. I couldn't seem to get the words to fall into place, kind of where they needed to be, and it brought the entire song to a complete stop. And then in the middle of the night, I was half asleep, and I just kind of woke up out of half asleep, and I was the first thing in my mind was lower the BPM to 60, and I was like, lower the beats per minute to 60, and then it hit me. That must be about the song. So I tried to make a mental note and then fall back to sleep because I don't know what hour it was that this happened. And I did remember the next day. I made a point to wake up and turn the studio on, and I was like, "There's something that you're going to try and remember to do." And then I had my breakfast and kind of had my morning recovery period, and then I remembered lower the beats per minute to 60. So I opened the song and noticed that the beats per minute was like 75 or something, and I lowered it down to 60, and then I ran a test on the vocals and noticed that everything fell into place. And then from that moment on, the song really accelerated and went to completion. And then it was posted June 14th. So the process started March 9th, and I completed the song on June 14th and posted it to SoundCloud. So it is now up there and posted. It's something that I find very interesting. It's not a long song. I did use a lot of tools in it. I sang and I did some work with my voice because I don't like it. But overall, I think it came out very well. And for those who enjoy Christian music and may enjoy something like this, I hope you'll check it out. And um, I'm going to post these videos. I'm going to compile all the videos of everything that took place, put together a single video, and I'll add the link to the song. And I'm going to post this all on YouTube just as a basic history of a spiritual experience that I had that ended up in the creation of a song. So that is the end of this process for now, and I'm on to new music. And I hope that this song blesses you and that you find uh, some joy in it. I hope it brings you some joy and maybe brings you a little closer to God. Thank you.